Well, it's been a minute since I've done one of these hit odds and production videos. I really was trying to do them about every other week. We do have two or three now that are ready to go. I'll probably do them in back-to-back weeks, but today we're going to look at one of my favorites, Topps Finest. It's been around a long time, so let's see what the production and hit odds for 2022 Topps Finest are this year. Let's go. All right, here we have it. Topps Finest 2022. Got your little box there and a parallel of Mr. Suzuki. Gold parallel. We'll talk about those here in a little bit, but if you've never seen one of these videos, basically we look at how much did they produce compared to past years, compared to other releases for this year. How rare are the base cards, and all the cards for that matter? Are the base cards even worth collecting, or did they overprint them, such as like Update or something like that, where they're basically worth $1 no matter what you got? What are the hit odds per box? I will explain what I mean by hit odds later on in the presentation. Alright, so what is in this set? 100 card base set with rookies and vets. It's always been that way for as long as I can remember. I've been back into collecting and hobby since about 2019. Hasn't changed. When I did this, I found out it really hasn't changed. There's 3 insert sets which have parallels too, as well as a rookie design variation set, which also has parallels. Last year they had that rookie design parallel, had little dots on the side of the card, but that was the only distinguishing mark. A lot of people missed it. This year they made a whole different border of the card and everything. You're not going to miss the design variations this year. There's also old school buybacks and mystery redemption. Haven't seen a mystery redemption pulled. I have watched probably 5 case breaks. And after this Wednesday we'll have done a full case, so they're pretty rare. I'm interested to see what they are though. Autos come from 7 different ways in this. I didn't stutter. 7 different ways. You have your base, your rookie variation, the 3 insert sets, and the finest moments. Actually, not all the insert sets, evidently, because career die cuts is in the insert too. Whereas career die cuts does not have parallels in them, but all those rest of them do. But they are numbered to 10. So if you see somebody on there that you really like on the career die cuts, just be aware that they are numbered to 10. If you're in a break, don't pay a ton for it, because chances are it's very slim that you're going to get it. But if you do, it's going to be a huge hit. What is in a box? There's 12 packs from Master Box. There's actually 2 minis. Each mini box has one of the autos. There's 6 packs per mini box with 5 cards per pack. And there are 8 box cases of this. Not huge cases as you would expect. Current market price is around $250. Sometimes you can get lucky, find it around $225, $240 range. But $250 is kind of standard for what you'll see. Stated on the box, there is 2 autos and 4 refractor parallels. But we'll talk about more of what you can possibly get. Here's the odds. You always see these. This is on the back of a master box, as well as the packs themselves. Or excuse me, the mini box. The master box does not have this, because otherwise it would just have to be cut in half. You can see in this that there's a lot of extra compared to years past. There's these vapor waves that they put in here. And you can see green has 3 parallels. Green speckle, green, and green lava. Okay. And then they have the new rose gold mini, which they might have had that last year, but the mini diamonds is new. More parallels is nice. It also means bigger production. Normally it's a way of hiding the pickle, and that's what they did here. We were lucky enough to pull a purple pink vaporwave in our last half case break. That was Jaren Duran, and it's numbered to 3. Absolutely beautiful card. Also, this has the Kintsukuryu parallels, which are unnumbered, have kind of like a lightning bolt thing. There's red gold and black gold. They're unnumbered, but they are short printed, and we kind of back calculate and figure out how many they made of each also, which is pretty cool. I have one of Jazz Chisholm, the black gold from last year. All right, so here's a quick review if you've never seen how these numbers work. First, we start with the numbered parallel odds. Rose gold base parallel is our example. It's 1 in 83 is what you'll see on the back of the pack. That means there's one card per 83 packs, one of those parallels. Then you need to know how many cards are in that set, or in whatever you're looking at, whether it's autograph set, base card, rookie variations. And in this, this is the base set, so there's 100 cards in the base set. Makes it easy, truthfully. Also, you need to know what the card is numbered to. Rose golds are numbered to 75. That means each one of the cards has 75 of them. So 1 out of 75, 2 out of 75. I think you get what I mean. And this means that there are 7,500 rose gold parallels, 75 times 100. Easy math on this one. And that means, and then you multiply that by the 83, and that would give you how many packs it takes to get all of the rose gold parallels, which would be 622,500 packs, which basically tells you the production, right? So we do that for all the parallels for statistical sake, because right now we know that, hey, there's 620,000 packs made. Divide that by 6 tells you how many mini boxes. Divide that by 12 tells you how many master boxes, which is the only format this comes in. So here you go. Here is all the packs produced. I highlighted some in red, which were outliers to me. I don't like when I see those because they're too far off. I'll take a little bit of here and there. You know, it's not 600,000, it's 700,000, or it's 500,000. Okay, we'll do that. But you can see in general, the average on this is 6,200 or 621,000 packs with a standard deviation of 52,000, which is less than 10%, which is pretty good. That means our numbers are decent. That will give us 51,000 boxes produced. And if you want to figure out how many cases, divide that by 8, you're looking at, you know, the 3,000 range on number of cases. Not too shabby, especially when you look at other sets. Speaking of which, here we go. Here are the ones that I've reviewed so far. If you're interested, the Bowman Chrome has not come out yet. And the Series 2, I never did it. I got all the numbers crunched, and those are just really hard. I just never produced it. So here is all the information that you might want to know. Actually, I think I did do that. I can't remember. Go look in the videos. But you can see Finest kind of lands in the middle. Logo Fractor is kind of comparable to it. Bowman Sterling Cosmic Chrome Flashbacks and Topps Mini drastically less produced, half or less basically. But Bowman Chrome, tons more Bowman Chrome produced than Finest. Tells you a little bit. Bowman Chrome's going to be fun to watch. I'm interested in showing you guys those numbers. All right, here's Alex Bregman to 50 autograph. Nice card. All right, so what is the total cards produced? Total true base cards. So when I say true base cards, I take out all the autographs, I take out all the inserts, all the parallels. This is what's left. These are the true base cards. That means there's 2,250,000 plus of these. Divide that by the 100 and you're getting about 23,000 base cards in the set. Not really bad. When you look at some of the other ones, you look at Update, you look at Series 2, you're talking well over 100,000 each card. So it's kind of collectible. I think if you get a nice one in a PSA 10, this one pictured might get you a PSA 10. It looks like it's a little off-center left or right. But also we figured out that the total base inserts, remember there's 4 of those, and if you include the rookie variations in there, is 200,000. And the total autos, that's across all of them, is really only 100,000. That is kind of small comparatively when you look at everything. All right, but let's look across past years. You can see here, starting at 2016 is where I started. Your boxes was about 20,000. Next year it jumped up 18%, 24,000. Big jump in 2018 And then it kind of leveled off. Yeah, we got about a 10% increase in 2019. 2020 was flat. And then because the boom was going on, they boomed as well. They added another 12,000 cases, or boxes, excuse me, 1,500 cases with an increase of almost 30%. 2021 to 2022 was flat. I'm sure Topps figures out how many boxes they have left after the year ends, and they go, well, we might have overproduced, let's just chill. We don't have enough consumers to consume all that. Also, they were more expensive last year from what I remember. These haven't got up there. Last year they were in the 300 range for a lot of the year. They have come down in the 280-ish range. And that's usually where they stay. They won't go down much more than that because they start to get rare. Again, 6,000 cases is really not that much. You got guys that are breaking 100 cases of this. So, just one breaker. So that tells you a little bit. Those bigger breakers, not us. All right, what about the production run of the inserts, autos, and unnumbered SPs? So these are some of the unnumbered stuff, okay? So what we do is we figure out that whole production, then we say, okay, how much is the pack odds, and we can back calculate to figure out how many total cards they make and how many of each they make. So with your extended base set, so that's anything over 100, I think there's just a few of these. There's 592 of those. Not the greatest names in the extended set. There are some nice ones. Rookie variations, there's about 1,000 each, so it's more rare than your gold out of flagship. The Kinsukuru black gold, there's 81, and the rookie variation, which is kind of the ones I like to go for. They also are found in the insert sets. As you can see there, they just vary on those as well. But the red gold is pretty much 5 or 6, besides the career die cuts, where they run about 13 because the set's a little bigger. It seems like the total number of cards for all those is the same, but it's also the variable there is the number of cards in the set, which is kind of weird, but that's how they do it. Autographs, there's only 631 of each autograph. Not numbered, but that tells you something. So if you get a finest autograph, it's not too shabby of an autograph, no matter who it is. We pulled 2 Cedric Mullins in this last break, and one of them was numbered, but the other one wasn't, so it's numbered to 631, basically. The rookie design auto variations are to 900, which is interesting because they're more rare, but they printed more of each one. Interesting. And then you can see cornerstones, moments, excellence, and originals. They kind of go down from there. And you can see the career die cuts and whatnot. And I did not put the ones that are already numbered that we already know in this, okay? All right, so what are hit odds? We talk about hit odds in this, but what you really want to know when you buy a box of this is, what am I getting out of it? What's special? What are the shorter printed cards that we're getting out of this? And that's what we've done. We've isolated those to numbered parallels, numbered autos, or rookie autos, short prints, case hits, etc. This doesn't really have case hits, so we're looking at all those cards that are parallels, because if you get one of those, you're going to be happy. It could be a big one, it could not, but it's at least that chance at a Julio or a Bobby Witt. Topps gives us the odds per pack per parallel on the back of the pack. It makes it really easy. You just add everything up. Statistical addition. It sounds easy, and really it is. If you look into it, it's not very hard. So, all right. So here it is. This is all the pack odds, and what I did was say, okay, for each pack, there's 12 packs per master box, and that would give us our overall pack odds and box odds. Basically, these are percentages. If you just go and look at Sky Blue, that means 5% of all the packs that you open are going to have a Sky Blue. When you look at a box, that means 57% of all boxes are going to have one Sky Blue, 48% purple, and you can just kind of go down from there. I like numbers, always have. So if you go down here to the bottom right hand corner, you will see the pack hit odds is 40% of the packs will have something in it, whether it's a parallel, autograph, whatever. Now this is outside of just those base autos, because we know that those are in there. Okay, so I took those out, so it actually lowered that number. The box hit odds is 5 hits per box, which is pretty cool. That does not include that auto either, so it's 6 if you want to include that base auto, but sometimes you're going to get 2 parallel autos, and so 5 is a better number to look at. Okay, so 5 is the box hit odds. Overall, what do I think of this? All right, the 5.11 hit odds per master box is quite amazing. The price is the greatest. I mean, you do get the 2 guaranteed autos, and the checklist is phenomenal. This would probably be a 9.5. I probably am teetering towards going to an 8.5 after 8.5 after opening some of this, because the QC is pretty bad compared to Topps Finest in the past. There wasn't no QC issues. You didn't have to worry about badly off-centered, which you don't see a lot of that. It's these track marks that you'll find on these. And we actually had a damaged parallel of Vladdy. Now you can send it in, and Topps is usually pretty good about giving you some compensation for that. The card in return, I haven't seen that yet. But you guys, if you've ever done that, leave it in the comments. Let me know. But anyways, I gave it a 9 out of 10. And let me know what you think about everything. What do you think about Topps Finest? Are you still ripping it? I still think it's a good rip, a good break thing, a good personal box as well, because of those 2 autos and the 5 hits that you're going to get in it. Leave any comments of what you would like to see in the future. Any boxes that I might have missed that, hey, can you go back and do this? I think it would be really cool. And of course, we will be doing Series 1 when it comes out. I'll usually wait a little bit until all the retail comes out so we can get a better count of all the cards. But in the meantime, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that too. We'd greatly appreciate it. We just hit our 1,000 mark. So it's going to be a party up in here one of these days coming soon. So thank you as always for any support you can lend us. And as always, be kind, be nice to those around you, and peace out.